All right, everybody, we're here to talk about the Decon buckets that are going to be coming out to every truck. So we've got some soap here. It is NFPA compliant for the pH level. We've got a brush that's going to be designated specific to this Decon bucket. So I know you guys all have these brushes on your trucks in the engineer compartment, but this is going to stay designated to this bucket. We've got wipes. We've got seat covers, so this will actually cover in the seat of the apparatus. And then we've got gloves. So you're going to hand these gloves to every member, especially as an engineer. Anybody who gets this out, you want to make sure you glove up first so that anything that you're handling, you're not putting the carcinogens on yourself. And then we have bags for everybody to bag their turnouts on. So as we move into a single unit type incident where we have carcinogens or exposure or contaminants on those turnouts, we're going to use this Decon bucket. On major incidents, we're going to be using the rehab typically. So this is designated for car fires, trash fires, etc. And so with that, we're going to go ahead and kind of play this out, show you what it looks like.
All right, so Greg is demonstrating that he just attacked a trash fire. He's going to be disposing of his tools on the red tarp so that we're identified that those have been used. He's going to come over here and he's going to be staying on air. As an engineer, I'm going to be breathing air as well. Make sure I have my gloves on. We're going to put some soap in the bucket. We're going to fill the bucket with water. So we got it nice and sudsy here. Greg is going to just let me come over here and I'm going to be brushing him off front to back and his arms here. Then we want to get the helmet because the helmet is going to drip everything down. The back of the helmet, if we've got any particulates here, we're going to make sure we're brushing them off the best we can, trying not to put them down in his neck. And this is a pretty quick brush. We're not going to sit there and scrub unless there is something specific that has extra soot or staining. Once we get him pretty good on the front side, we're going to have him turn around. Make sure the back of the helmet is good. And we're starting from the top, working our way down. Make sure you get the bottle and the harness as best as you can. So this soap and water solution and this process has been shown through science to reduce 85% of the carcinogens. Once we've done that, we're going to put the nozzle on a stream that reduces the amount of water as best as possible. What we're trying to do is prevent this from getting in its liner. And again, we're just starting from the top and working our way down fairly quickly. Remember, we're trying to reduce getting it into his inner liner. Get all around that bottle. If you need more pressure to remove some of the bigger particulates here, that's a good opportunity. Now that Greg is completely washed down, we're going to give him a bag and he's going to start doffing his gear. I'm going to continue to breathe on air and I'm going to get him some gloves as well so that he can take his gloves off. Kind of makes it easy when you kneel down, you're able to stay close to your bottle and remain on air. We put extra large and double XL in all these buckets because we want them to be a little bit loose because your hands are going to be sweaty, they're going to be wet, and we want to make sure that you're able to get them on. You saw that he had to remove the loops that are attached to the turnouts. And this is kind of a key piece to this because he wants to take his coat off and fold it up and put it in the bag first. Had he stuck his boots and his bunker pants in first, all the carcinogens on the coat would be getting on his inner liner. So now he's going to work through his pants. Again, he's still on air. This is reducing his exposure to the carcinogens, toxic gases, harmful health effect type chemicals. Now, he chose to leave his gloves on as he's moving that inner liner. You have plenty of gloves in these kits. So if he wanted to, he could have taken his gloves off and then got a new pair of gloves on. Now he's going to put his bunker pants and his boots inside. He's got his gloves in there. So now as the engineer, I'm going to kind of assist him. So I want to take these bunker pants and put them upright so that all the carcinogens are coming in a downward fashion. I'm going to take his mask from him. I'm going to disconnect his mask. Setting that down, I'm still on air. He has walked away now. So he could start using the wipes to clean his neck, his arms, etc. He knows that this is a dirty set of turnouts. He's got a clean set back at the station. We're going to take these turnouts and we're going to seal them up. We want to make sure that they're tied like this versus kind of doing the rabbit ears method. So that way we reduce any exposure once we remove these bags. So then that's packaged and ready to be loaded on a designated compartment on the truck. Once that's done, I can go ahead and start doffing my gear as well.
As your firefighters progress out of the hot zone into that warm zone, it's the time now to start thinking about getting all those carcinogens off of your body. We're going to be getting the back of our ears, the back of our neck, right? If they're nice and soiled, dispose of it. We're going to pull some more out. Then we can get our face. Want to get the entirety of our face all the way around. Again, maybe the back of the neck still right there. You're going to want to get your arms, your hands, your underarms, right? Make sure that everything that you're doing is going into a trash bag for the contaminants. These are going to be on every truck. We'll continue to restock these as needed. These will also be part of our decon process for the multi-unit responses as well. So after everything has been taken care of on scene and the bags have been loaded on the designated compartment in the truck or in the top of the crow's nest or where the 5-inch is stored, we want to make sure that you guys are going out of service. Our recommendation is that you get back to the station and you're showering within an hour. So that is a recommendation by IFF and pretty much the ROC across the valley. We want to shower within the hour. Another thing that you all could be doing is carrying extra shirt, maybe some extra shorts, extra socks even, in a little go bag on the fire truck. If you have that available, you're going to want to change that out. Chances are you smell like smoke, there's carcinogens on your shirt, and so you can remove those carcinogens and reduce your exposure there. And that's the whole concept of this whole process here is to limit our exposure to carcinogens and toxic substances.